I said don't panic. Nobody panic. Oh, my God.
Everybody panic!
God dang it. Jeez. Halloween's right around the corner, guys. I know. I was driving the kids to school this morning. And I'm like, oh, frick. It's like 2.5 weeks away. So this morning, after I dropped the kids off at home or at school, came home, and I'm thinking, do I do a costume this year? So I was digging around, found some old I found an old wig. I'm wearing the wig right now as I do the show. Don't know if I'll be able to make it through the entire show with this wig on, but if you're watching the video, you get it. But if you're not, that's okay. Curly, brunette, okay? A lot of volume, a lot of volume. It looks like I use a lot of conditioner, and I take care of it, okay? Hey, DeHoff, you know what? You look good. Well, thank you. Yeah, I squint my eyes, and I got to be honest, you're doable. Oh, okay. Okay. Oddly enough, Connery, not the first time I've heard that. I don't know how you people that wear wigs do it. Although I guess if you wear a wig, you're going high end. I'm wearing a costume wig. This can't be like legitimate. Like I'm going through a midlife crisis. Can't accept the fate that the fact that my hair is gone. I don't think I could ever be the guy that wears a hairpiece on a regular basis. I just feel like that's just lying to yourself. I could be the guy that maybe does some sort of treatment and gets his hair to regrow. I guess I could wrap my brain around it, but I don't want to spend a butt ton of money on that stuff. Kids, you won't have Christmas this year. Why, Daddy? Why? Because Daddy wanted a full head of hair. I mean, look at me. Whee! Look at that. Delicious. As I'm constantly combing it, something like that. No. No more birthdays either till I get this head of hair paid off. Anyway, guys, we got a great show coming your way. Tons of listener interaction. We got a huge sports section plus some just outright bizarre headlines today. Cannot wait. Real quick, hit the subscribe button, the follow button if you haven't done it. If you can interact with the show as it goes on, whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, Spotify, or whatever platform, if it allows you to interact, give it a nice review, all that stuff. It does help with the show and makes it so it goes out to other people. Don't forget, today's show is brought to you by Delete Me. I'll tell you more about Delete Me, as well as presented by Roof Goat USA. Go to roofgoatusa.com. I'll tell you more about those sponsors here in just a little bit, but I feel like we need to just get into it. Let's go ahead and jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go! And now, here are the headlines.
This wig is so thick, I can't even hear out of my left ear. I got no snare in my headphones. I feel like I'm a hip-hop star, fellas. No. In Orange County, this is so twisted. So twisted. So crazy. An Orange County firefighter was put in jail last week after she was caught scattering dozens of open tampons across her ex-boyfriend's lawn. I mean, who hasn't done that? Am I right, ladies? In an arrest affidavit, I said that wrong, and I'm not going to go back and correct it. Deputies said that they were called to the ex-boyfriend's home on Thursday evening after he and his new partner discovered the tampons on the front yard. According to the police, there were approximately 75 open tampons in the yard, which were stained red as if they were possibly used. They said possibly used. Who's dedicated that much to going, you know what? That motherfucker, he's been dating her for like a month or whatever it is. I'm going to save my tampons. And then I'm going to scatter them all over. She ended up like going, what? That wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know where he lives. And they're like, we got you on camera with your license plate and everything. And then she got arrested. She's like, fuck. That's so crazy. Am I the only one turned on by this? Yes, Connor, you are. You might want to go to a therapist. Well, I'm just saying it's the dedication, the pure sex in this is just off the charts. Okay, you know what? Maybe what you need to do is take a walk. Cool off, buddy, because that's twice you've interrupted saying how horny you are today. I'm a man and I have needs. And if this lady is willing to throw hundreds of tampons all over somebody's yard, I'm right there with her. I'm just saying, lady, give me a call. No, Connery, no. Don't forget you're attached to me, dummy. Now, the lady's name that did this, her name's Gabrielle. She said her mother and her aunt, who live out of state, came over to visit, right? During the visit, all three of them came up with this plan to do this. This is not like just one crazy lady's thought. This is three crazy lady thoughts combined. Usually there's somebody in a group that goes, hey, pump the brakes. There's no brake pumper in there. Hey, speaking of pumping brakes. Okay, no, stop it, Jesus. That's, come on. Somebody had to have gone, you know what? It's probably a bad idea. If we find out that those tampons were used, that's a whole another level of crazy. And it goes back to the idea of if you found out that you're dating somebody and you Google their name and you're like, oh, shoot, they popped up. Let's read the article. Apparently, she threw used or unused, it doesn't really matter, tampons, like 75 of them to 100, depending, on her ex-boyfriend's lawn. Good luck breaking up. Good luck. Because it's probably just going to escalate. What's next? What's next? Especially if those are used. What's the next step in that? That's creepy as fuck. But again, Scotty, oddly hot. Am I right? Somebody has to be following me on this one. I think, honestly, Connery, you are out in a field all by yourself. It's a field filled with tampons, isn't it? Okay, stop it. Stop it. Pitt County, Florida. Oh, another Florida story. Oh, it's going to be good, isn't it? A man was arrested on drug charges. That's surprising. I believe it was meth. Fucking Florida. Then went through a body scan at the jail. They always do that at the jail. Any good jail will have them go, the criminals go through a scan to make sure they're not smuggling anything anywhere in their body, whether it's in their stomach or their back end, right? Or if it's a female, it's in their front end. That we're talking about the vagina. That's right, Scotty. If you want to know about vaginas, I'm your guy. Okay, Mama, what? Stop, Connery. Go to the bathroom and just relieve yourself, please. But anyway, so the guy goes through a body scan at the jail, and guess what they found up the guy's rectum? It was a thermos, like a thermos, like a legit thermos. I want to say it was based off of the picture. It was about 7 to 8 inches. Was it 6 to 7? Am I right, guys? Oh, 6, 7, 6, 7. No, it was not. It was roughly 7 to 8. 7 to 8. Yeah, 7 to 8. He shoved it up his back end. I like to think that it was filled. I know Connery's been interrupting today. I like to think that it was filled with homemade chicken noodle soup, just like Mama used to make. That's fucked up. Like, Scotty, keep your mouth shut on this one. Cowboy, you got some fucking problems. If you're thinking about, hey, this guy has a thermos up his butt, and you're thinking, you know what sounds good? Mama's chicken noodle soup. Are you saying my mama's chicken noodle soup was tasted like shit? I didn't say that. You did. Why would that make you think of chicken noodle soup, Cowboy? Because sometimes she'd make it for me when I go to work, and she'd put it in a thermos. The fuck, guys? You guys are twisted. Okay, anyway, they haven't said what was in it, right? Maybe it was chicken noodle soup. Maybe he was cold, although he's in Florida, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was filled with meth. Thermoses are huge, guys. Doesn't that make you listen? Listen. We got some people that have had things up in their back end listening. I'm confident, either guys or ladies, somebody's had it. I imagine you all kind of cringed with that. You're just like, oh God, that's a little much. It's a little much. I'm gonna choke to death. Anyway, that's that. I'm sure there's some good jail jokes in there. Maybe the thermos was just it's like stretching out your stomach before you go to a eating competition. You eat a bunch of rice and drink a bunch of water, stretches out the stomach. Maybe this is the same thing. Hey, I'm going to jail. Might as well stretch out the. Anyway, let's stop. Let's stop. It's going over a line, and we need to reel it back in. Reel it back in. All right. An 82-year-old woman in China swallowed 8 small live frogs because she believed it would alleviate her lower back pain. This woman had suffered from a herniated disc for a long period of time. She asked her family to catch some live frogs for her when someone told her that swallowing them could relieve her lower back pain. Jesus Christ. Again, oh my God, I am so turned on by that. Connery, God, she ate frogs. What kind of fucked up family does she live in? Again, guys, it's good to have a no person in your life. Somebody in that family had to have gone, you know what, Grandma? Maybe don't eat all these live frogs. If anything, just cook them. I wonder if she got that off of TikTok or some shit like that. Because you always see that, filtering around. I usually don't cover those stories unless there's nothing else to talk about, where these stupid trends that go on TikTok because they're wild and absurd, and it gets people likes, gets them views, but there's no logic behind them. Be like, hey, if you we did talk about it one time. There was a thing going around where people were marinating their chicken in NyQuil and then cooking it, and they were getting sick off of it. But people swore by it. I don't remember what the reaction was supposed to be, what they were looking for. But somebody had to have said, hey, Grandma, don't eat live frogs. That doesn't make sense that it's going to get rid of your back pain. I would believe it more if the process was strap 8 live frogs to your back. To me, that seems more logical than ingesting them. So sadly, the lady did some major damage to her digestive system. They said it collapsed after swallowing the frogs because of parasites. That's shocking. Guys, blown away. Whoever thought that eating 8 live frogs could do so much damage? She was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I guess we learned something new every day, right? I always heard 6, but Never dreamed of going to 8. Jesus. Come on, people. 6, 7. Maybe you do 6 or 7. If an adult comes up to me and says, 6, 7, and they're serious, I may kick them in the dick. I may. Who knows? Who knows what I might do? But it's not going to be good.
Grab his dick and twist it!
Yeah, that sounds fun. Excuse me, Mr. DeHuff. You're under arrest. Do you understand why you're under arrest? No. Well, according to witnesses, a man came up to you, said something, and then you grabbed his dick and twisted. Why'd you do that? Oh. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's because he came up to me and said, 6, 7. Mr. DeHuff, you're free to go. All right? Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. I'm not suggesting, no way endorsing, going out there and grabbing somebody's dick and twisting it, especially if they say something stupid to you. But I will say this. I'd get it. I'd get it. Somebody's out there. That's not okay, Duff. You shouldn't do that. You're going to get somebody in trouble. Jeez.
Earth to Brent. I was making a joke.
God, you're fun at parties, aren't you? Guys, we've learned a lot so far in this show. 1, don't eat live frogs. Okay? Bad idea. 2, don't go to jail in general. And if you do, don't shove a thermos up your butt. Also, we learned if you get mad at your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend, don't throw a bunch of used or unused tampons on their lawn. And if you do, black out your license plate. Guys, we're not even done yet. Not even done. Not even close. My goodness gracious. Hey, guys, real quick. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. And data brokers are the ones that profit off your data. So what do data brokers do? Well, they get your name, your contact info, social security number, home address, even information about your family members. Oh, I don't like that one bit. And it could all be compiled by data brokers and sold online. So disgusting. I've had my data breached. It's not cool to try to it makes you feel so attacked and so weak and vulnerable. I don't like it at all. And then trying to recover and fix it is a big pain in the butt. So what you need to do is take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at a special discounted rate for our listeners. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you go to deleteme.com/hit and use promo code HIT, HIT, at checkout. The only way to get 20% off, I'm going to say it again, go to joindeleteme.com/hit. Enter code HIT at checkout. Again. Say it with me, folks. Joindeleteme.com/hit and use that promo code HIT. Guys, what we need to do right now, first story in sports is it was bound to happen. Let's jump into sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
LeBron James. LeBron. People are still pissed off about LeBron James. We talked about it. Was that yesterday or the day before when LeBron James came out and said, "Oh, I got a big announcement." And it ends up being some partnership with Hennessy. Well, guess what happened? This is leading to a flood of people purchasing Laker tickets, or they did prior. The ticket prices were inflated at the time, and people were thinking that LeBron James was going to retire. First of all, that's on you guys. Don't do that shit unless you know. Anyway, this guy named Andrew Garcia is so pissed off that he purchased tickets to see the Lakers play the Cavaliers, And those tickets cost him $432 each. That's fucking expensive. I wonder where those tickets are, too. They're probably shit. Anyway, Garcia filed a lawsuit in L.A. accusing James of fraud, deception, and misrepresentation, and he wants his money back from James himself. Give it to me, LeBron, dick. After filing a suit in small claims court in L.A. Listen, I get it. It's annoying. LeBron James, he's a big douchebag. And here's my thing. If you're a Lakers fan, you appreciate LeBron. But as soon as LeBron goes, you know what? I'm going to go play in X place. You would hate his guts too, okay? You can just take a blind eye to him. But now he's like pissing off his own fan base by doing what he did. It was scummy what he did. Is it room for a lawsuit? No, no. It's this day and age. This is how people do stuff. To be honest, kind of brilliant. As much as I hate his guts and don't like him and think he's ruining basketball with his pussy-ass nature, it's a brilliant way to do it. And so many people, me at first, I was all like, oh shit, he's going to retire. Then I started thinking about it more and how there was just a vibe that, this is going to be an ad. This is going to be an ad. And sure enough, that's what it was. But I wasn't the first one to say that. I don't want to take credit for that. But the point is, I mean, that's like the way people do things. I would, if I had enough attention drawn on me to fuck with people, I would do the same thing. That's just the way it goes. That's media nowadays. So guess what? People will get over this. They'll start buying Hennessy because LeBron is partnered with them. I don't know if I've ever had Hennessy. Is it good? I'm trying to get back into whiskey. I got some buddies that are about to come out with their own whiskey company. They're just waiting for all the details to settle. And then we'll talk about them here on the show. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Because I've had it. It's good. Makes me not want to drink anything else because I'm waiting for it to come out. But anyway, I think people will get over it. There is no case in this situation with this guy. You're assuming, he was assuming that LeBron was going to retire. In LeBron's post saying that there was his next big decision, whatever it was, or second decision, guess what? He never said he was going to retire. He never did. That's just you guys filling in the blanks. Sorry, Andrew Garcia. You don't got a case, bro. You assumed, which we all know what that means. You made an ass out of you and me. But technically, I'm not involved. That's just a big assoo on your part, okay? You dummy. Jesus Christ. And again, that's one of those things where a judge has to throw this out because what are you going to do? I mean, if you make this guy get paid back by LeBron, guess what? It's just going to open the floodgates to other nonsense. So it's going to get tossed. No fucking chance that this guy wins. The Denver Broncos take on the winless Jets in London. London! Oi, welcome to London. You got to come see the Denver Broncos take on the Jets. After you eat some chips at, what do they do? What do they do? Bangers and mash. I don't know what they do. I've never been to London, never been to England. Really want to go one day. But anyway, this is a great game. Can't wait to get into this one. Nick Bonito, we talked about it yesterday, wins Defensive Player of the Week as he totally deserves it. He's leading the NFL right now, the entire league, with 7 sacks. He is balling. Just let that guy go. He is a son of a bitch on the defensive side of things, and I love it. I love it. Man, he's fun to watch. I remember going to that game, last year? Oh, was it last year? I don't know. Just there's so many great memories of Nick Bonito. He's fun. He has become a giant star on the Broncos defense. The defense of the Denver Broncos is, stacked with great people like Surtain, obviously Bonito, Alex Singleton, all these guys. And I don't think they're fully, humming yet. So watch out for the Broncos. This should be a get right. They already beat the Eagles, but I feel like this is an even more get right game. The Broncos should unleash on the New York Jets in London and expect Bo Nix and everybody to have a game. I'm going to be very disappointed if the Denver Broncos don't end up having the most points scored in the league come Tuesday morning. If they don't have the most points scored over the weekend, because they should absolutely dominate the 0-5 Jets. Oh my God. Cowboy, who has to be all balls in this? Basically, it's pretty freaking obvious. Everybody should be all balls in this game because the New York Jets, I don't even think they got balls. I don't think they did, guys. There may be a study that says the New York Jets, they ballless. And so whether it's the offensive line, Bosef Tiberius Nix, Cortland Sutton, all these fellas, J.K. Dobbins, all those guys on the offense should be having a balls-out game. I mean, their balls be dragging across that London field. And the Broncos defense, they need to be harassing Justin Fields and just shut that fucker down. And the Broncos, every single one of them needs to be all balls against those Jets. I agree. There is no reason this game should be close. There is no reason this game against the Jets should be within 3 scores. Sorry, I'm going to be very irritated if it's close. And people are, by the way, Eagles fans, dry your fucking tears. You guys are still crying about the fact that the Broncos beat you. That was pass interference on JL Skinner. Even though the referees came out and said, listen, they're both, hand-to-hand combat going in there. They're both creating penalties, so he swallowed the fucking whistle. Shut the fuck up, dry your tears, move the fuck on. If anything, that loss is great news for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to piss them off, and they're going to come out, and whoever they play this week, expect the Eagles to dominate because they're pissed off. They should be pissed off, okay? They let the Broncos score, 18 unanswered points, some shit like that. The Broncos won the game. The Eagles lost that game. Don't let it come down to a whistle. We say this in baseball all the time. Take the umpire out of the game. If you're mad that they're calling a ball a strike because it's on the corner and it's slightly out, guess what? Adapt. Learn from it. Take the referee out. Same fucking thing. Play better. How about that, Eagles? Good for the Broncos. They won. They took advantage of a weak-minded football team. But now the Eagles are going to be pissed. And they're going to come back and they're going to cause some problems in the NFL. It's a wake-up call. I will say this, there was a lot of Eagle fans that said, hey, this is a wake-up call. Hopefully this shakes them into, comprehension that they need to be more focused. That's the way to look at it. Their season is definitely not over. So, God, I'm just sick and tired of the pussies out there that are just like, The Broncos won only because of the referees. Did the referees score 18 points on answer? That's weird. I don't recall that, but hey, you know what? Maybe I missed something. Or maybe you're a fucking puss. How about that? Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, the mailbag's on the other side, but real quick, when it comes to roof repairs, you're going to want to go with the best. Who's the best? You know it. It's the GOAT, Roof Goat USA. They've been in business for over 23 years. They understand the headaches that come with fixing a roof, whether it's repair, replacement, insurance claims. Roof Goat USA's experienced professionals are committed to delivering reliable and durable solutions. They prioritize the safety and comfort of your family, making sure that your home is well protected against the elements. And as they're doing the repairs, they're making sure your landscape, everything is protected. That way, when they're done, you have no idea that they were even there, with the exception of a brand new, beautiful roof. That's the only thing, because they take such good care of everything around. Roof Goat USA guarantees their work for 30 years. That's a 30-year guarantee from install date, all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. That's pretty cool. For all your roofing needs, go ahead, contact the GOAT. I've had a lot of you do it already. Keep going. 303-495-4630, 303-495-4630, or go to roofgoatusa.com. Again, roofgoatusa.com, and you can sign up for that free evaluation. Have them come out. They can look at it for free, tell you if there's anything wrong or if you're good. Either way, have them come out. There's nothing wrong with a free inspection. I love that. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. And let's do it now. Let's jump into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
Still wearing the wig. I got to be honest. Kind of growing on me. Maybe I just go peeking at my wife while she's working, be like, "Oh, hello. Do we have any conditioner?" Then I'll play some Latin music behind me. And she's like, "Ooh, it's hot here." Seriously, go away. Go away. Look, this comes in from Carl. He said, LeBron James is a tool. Amen, Carl. Amen. No doubt a great player, but man, he is annoying. I just sound old now saying this, but he is nothing like MJ, Magic, Bird, Barkley, or really anyone on the Dream Team. Isaiah Thomas, stuff like that. All those guys were freaking amazing. Those guys were just better basketball players, in my opinion. Absolutely. LeBron, I've said this a million times, LeBron's ruined his legacy by being such a flopper. If you subtract that from his game, guess what? Actually, I don't think you have a debate of that he's tainted his legacy at all. Sure, he does complain a lot where he'll just be like, "What's going on? What happened, referee?" No. I'm right there with you, Carl, because growing up, I remember watching basketball with my brother, and then we'd go outside and play basketball. He'd always, beat me, but you'd just like when we'd play football in the street, you'd pretend to be somebody for a little bit. Be like, okay, I'm going to be here in Colorado. Like if I was playing football, be like, okay, I'm going to be Cordell Stewart. Then throw into, who is it, Michael Westbrook or something like that, or Mike Pritchard, guys like that. Or if I was playing defense, I'll be like, I'm going to be Deion Figures or Chad Brown or Alfred Williams, stuff like that. It's neat. And then you do the same thing, MJ, Michael Jordan, if you don't know, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Dominique Wilkins, Isaiah Thomas. There's so many great legendary players. Sean Kemp, and then you got babies on the side because he can't holster his pistol. But it's just different. It seemed a little bit more aggressive back then. I know that's a forever debate. People are gonna go if you're a fan of today's basketball, you're going to bag on old school basketball and vice versa. It's a winless debate, but man, I watched that. Just watching, and talking to people like Scott Hastings and him being on the Bad Boys team that won a championship, and talking to him about like almost every night. But games weren't on like they're on like they are now. But it seemed like almost every night there was some sort of altercation. He shared this one crazy story of, I think it was Tree Rollins that he was going up against, something like that. I'd have to ask him. And I think he still has the jersey where he was going to go fight him or somebody else. And Tree grabs his jersey and he's just holding it so tight, just like country strong tight. And Hastings didn't end up fighting him because he was kind of scared because Tree was just a solid dude. And Tree, just by holding a Hastings jersey, like ripped a hole through it. And like, it's just man strength. But it was just, back then, it's a different league now. Everything is a foul. I was watching somewhere on my timeline, I'm scrolling through, and something for basketball came up, and people are like, dude, how is this not or this is a foul, or is this not a foul? And it was a guy going up for a layup, and he blocks the defender's hand, and everybody on the timeline's just like, dude, that's unacceptable. That's totally a foul. He blah blah, blah, offensive foul. I'm like, God, basketball is such a pussy sport now. If he punched him in the dick, then I'd be like, whoa, that's unacceptable. But they're like, he touched his hand. Oh my God. Look at him. Oh, what? Guys. And that's what LeBron James is, creating. A pussy sport. It used to be tough. Back in my day, basketball was tough. Played by Iron Men, right? Things don't go your way, you throw fisticuffs, okay? That's the way we played back in my day. Some might call it prison rules. If you ain't bleeding, you ain't trying. Am I right? Something like that. I don't know. But I agree, Carl. Matt wrote in, you bloody wanker, because I posted a picture on my Facebook page of me in a pimp outfit in front of Big Ben in London. Mm-hmm. I think I could be a pimp. I'm just saying I could. I could be a pimp. You know what I could be? Your assistant pimp. You know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Or you're just my alter ego when I really need to, go to one side. I could be the aggressive, the bad cop, if you will. And then I'll be the good cop, and I'll be cuddler, and I will bang the shit out of all the prostitutes. Okay, no. Okay, maybe I don't hire you. Jesus Christ. Gabriel wrote, in regards to the halftime debate, people are still pissed off about Bad Bunny. Apparently, Bad Bunny didn't stand at the 7th inning stretch, where they don't do the national anthem. It's one of the other ones. God Bless America or something. I don't remember what they played, but he didn't stand up, and people are pissed. They're saying it was the national anthem. And I've read multiple places that it wasn't actually the anthem that he did. It was the other thing. But either way, people are still pissed off at Bad Bunny being the choice for the halftime show for the next Super Bowl. But anyway, Gabriel wrote, it's about the game. Halftime is like the 7th inning. You go to the snack bar to get something to eat. In this case, everyone goes to the kitchen and dining room to eat. Forget about the halftime show. I agree. The halftime show is way overdone as far as, it's only got to be music. Just make it more entertaining. Jim wrote in, I've seen some fun entertainment between innings at AA ballparks. People foot racing in costumes, a guy shooting T-shirts or hot dogs into the crowd. Halftime should be fun. Here's the thing. I agree with that. But then you got to think of it this way, guys. The Super Bowl has become such a snobby thing for the attendees. You pay an absurd amount of money, and all these rich dickheads are the ones filling up the seats for the most part. Or if you are a diehard fan, you just, mortgaged your house just so you can see your team play and hopefully win. So the people filling the stands are snobs, and they probably wouldn't appreciate that. They want to see a concert too. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think what needs to happen, you need to limit who buys tickets. Say people can only buy up to 4 tickets. That's it. Okay? Sorry. That's it. You can either buy 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's all. And you lower the prices, and you do. I think what needs to happen is, because it's such a stretch, they do need to go the entertainment route, kind of like what Gabriel and Jim are saying. Go entertaining, not music. Music apparently is way too divisive for this country. We can't do it anymore. We've ruined it ourselves. So have some fun. Have those people that do tricks. We see, Rocky, the Nuggets mascot, doing half-court shots, do stuff like that. I would rather see that. That would be a lot more entertaining than an overproduced, borderline good, borderline I'm interested performer up there as far as, spitting out shit music. So I don't know. It really, I want to say in the early 2000s is when this really started going downhill as far as the halftime show, where it was just like, okay, it's got to be a big name band. And at first it was fine. You get somebody like Prince in there, who's a fantastic musician, he was. And then it just goes, you're constantly stretching, and now it's like the artists have to pay to go on there, and I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just not fun. You guys are ruining it. And the only way anybody will stop doing this is if everybody turns off the TV at the halftime. So it registers with the Nielsen ratings or something like that, whatever it's called, I can't remember. And then they're able to tell that people turned it off and then turned it back on 5 minutes later, something like that. That's the only way it's going to happen. They're like, oh shit, we lost revenue. And then if I'm a sponsor, you're like, guys, this isn't working. I don't know if I want to pay for this next year. Pepsi or whoever. Shit's got to change because it's annoying and people are being, absurd about it. So go old school. Have a marching band out there and then people doing magic tricks. I don't know, something better than what it is. Suzanne sent me this. She said it's not funny, but pretty amazing. And it's a screenshot from ABC 7 News in the Bay Area. A fire captain guided a group of bystanders as they worked together to lift a helicopter off a victim after it crashed onto a Sacramento, California highway. This was on Monday night. The helicopter crashed after dropping a patient off at UC Davis Medical Center. 3 people were on board, including a pilot, paramedic, and nurse, who are all in critical condition. That is freaking cool. It's cool. I know it's not ideal, but dang it, the fact that the fire captain was there and is just like, okay, I need help from everybody on this. And could you imagine being if you were like, okay, let's go help, and you see somebody just standing by Like, no, we need everybody. It's a fucking helicopter. I need everybody to try to lift this. That's cool. That gives you hope in humanity. There's something crazy going on, and a fire captain goes, I need a civilian's help. I need your help. Can you help us? That's cool. That should give you a little bit of chills to go, if I'm in that situation, if I'm there, I'm more than willing to help. If I'm the one trapped, I want people to step up. That's really freaking cool. I love that. Suzanne, that's really cool. Really cool. I remember growing up, there was a video. I want to say it was in Hawaii or something. And there was this really heavy set guy. There was a helicopter crash right near him. And it was a smaller helicopter, but that dude, and this is like on an old camcorder, somebody was recording it. And the dude, this big heavyset dude, flipped the helicopter flipped it up so people could escape. I was like, holy fuck. What kind of dick just holds the camera? Big dude's just like, anybody? Anybody want to help? No. Guys, you are amazing. This was a fun week. Fun week. And again, we learned a lot this week. We did. We learned that I should probably be on medication in a padded room. Okay, that's a fact. Okay. We learned just today, don't throw tampons on somebody's yard. Who would have thought? Who would have thought dropping about 75 to 100 tampons on a yard would be, a bad idea? Color me shocked. Same with eating live frogs. Bad idea. What? Parasites? Not a cure for back pain? Okay. Doctor. Whatever. And so many other things. Oh, also don't put a thermos up your poop chute. Bad idea. Unless there's some warm hot cocoa in there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ooh, I'm all warm and toasty from the inside out. Thermos. That guy should get an endorsement from Thermos. I don't know how it would go, but you're welcome for that image. You're just like, wait. Huh? If you're on the go, better put your breakfast or your soup or your lunch, whatever, in your thermos. Running out of pockets? No worries. Put it in your prison wallet. That's your bet. It's your bet. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. I'm going to be. So this is what's cool. Little League, we're playing our other team. Coach Carl manages two teams. We're both in the same division or the same league, right? We're both in majors. And we've been practicing all season together. And this week, to wrap up our regular season, we play them. It's really cool. So Wolfpack takes on the Cobras. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's cool because I love all the kids on the Cobras too. They're even though I don't technically coach them on game days, I'm there helping coach them during the week for practices. So it's going to be fun. Hopefully it's a tight game because ultimately that's what I don't want it to be lopsided. I'd like it to be competitive and for everybody to do well. This is the one game. I'm very happy that this is the very last game of the regular season. I am, because it's what a way to go out. Playing against your friends, the guys that you've been practicing with. So that'll be fun. And Coach Chris wants me to take the majority of the role of managing the Wolfpack for the game. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know how that's going to go. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. That might get nixed. They might look at me tonight during practice and be like, yeah, you're kind of dumb. So no. I have the idea. I'm just gonna make everybody steal. Steal. Non-stop stealing, okay? No bunting. Swing at every single pitch, no matter what. Oh, I didn't tell you guys this. On Tuesday night, we're doing a practice, and to have fun, we Coach Carl brought out this brand new tee that he bought, really nice tee, and we were having the boys hit off the tee just to do something different, to work on a certain batting motion, and we were doing that, and then it was working out the the outfielders and infielders, stuff like that. It was just something different to do. We normally don't use do tee work, but we're doing it the other day. So then all of a sudden, we're about to do a different drill, and Coach Chris goes, "Okay, guys, I'm going to hit it off. I want everybody out in the outfield. I'm going to get 5 points," or he's joking around, something like, "I get points if I can run all the way home. So you guys got to get me out," something like that. So he hits it, and it's let's be honest, it was kind of sad. it wasn't that good for somebody that likes baseball as much. I'm just kidding, Chris. No, it was a good hit, but then the boys got him out or something like that, right? And then I go up, and I'm like, oh, I tell the guys, I was like, I haven't hit off a tee, and I don't even know when. I've done so many things with the kids here. I'm like this. I'm like so fucking nervous, right? And I'm like trying to remember everything that I told the boys to do. So I smack, right? And it was the classic. I look out to the outfield. I'm like, I don't see the ball. Then I look down, and the ball's like on home plate. Then I look back over, and then I see the tee, the top of the tee, the rubber part. It's just flying. It landed in the outfield. It's so awesome. I'm like, God damn it. Everybody's laughing. Ha, ha, ha. Coach Scott sucks. So anyway, we reset it. Then I do it again after everybody's done laughing at me. And then I hit it. I'm like, whack. I hit it almost to the fences. Not quite. And this damn kid named Wyatt catches it. That kid is an awesome outfielder. He was catching everything that night. He caught me out, right? Then Coach Carl gets up there. He does the same thing with the tee, the first one, knocks it into the outfield. And I'm like, ha, ha, ha. There you go. That's what you get. That's called karma. You laughing at me. Then he resets and rips it out of the fucking, major home run. I'm like, what a dick. What a dick. It was fun. That was good stuff. Hey, baseball's not easy, okay? Especially when you got somebody throwing heat at you. So I get it. I respect it. But that was fun. The kids are going to have a blast. Guys, I hope you have a blast this weekend. And go ahead, leave a review for the show, whatever it is, comments, all that good stuff. I made it through the entire show with this on my head. Pure sex, guys, pure sex. What's going to happen is now, like last week when I did the show with my shirt off, I had to end up using, I made a promo that got a lot of traction. And then everybody's like, why is your shirt off? Well, listen to the show next time, buttholes. Jesus Christ. My goodness gracious. Guys, you are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Try to be a better person today. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA as well as Delete Me. And you know what? Let's try to move forward. Try not to be a butthole. Try not to be a dick. All that good stuff. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.